Hi friends! I told you guys, now that I'm back into the YouTube rhythm, I'm going to start uploading a lot more. I pinky promise. Hold me to it. Yell at me on Twitter because I'm going to be uploading a lot more. So a couple days ago, I asked you guys to ask me questions on Instagram, Twitter, on my stream, whatever it was. That way I could answer them and be super transparent with you guys. So I'm going to warn you guys, this video is going to be no filter. I'm going to answer these questions honest, like I always do. So there's gonna be no filter. I'm gonna be super raw about my answers. And sometimes they're gonna be kind of suckish answers, but I'm gonna tell you guys the truth, okay? That's important. I haven't done one of these videos in almost a year, so I felt like it was time to go back to it, and I really want to know what you guys want to know about me. So this is fun. I only selected like 10 questions because I chose like deep ones. By deep, I mean ones that like I could explain for a little bit, if that makes sense. So I hope you guys like the ones I chose. I love you guys. Thank you for all the feedback. We will do more of these videos for sure because you guys seem to really like them. Okay? So without further ado, we're going to pick up the handy dandy phone. And we're going to start with Instagram, and then we'll make our way to the Twitter questions. So I chose 6 from Instagram, and we're going to start off right now with number 1. So first question is actually from a friend, Jenny, on Instagram. She asked, how do you maintain energy to stream, work, family, friends without burning out socially? So I'm not going to lie, guys. If you guys don't know, I work for Microsoft right now as a community gaming manager, which pretty much means I make gaming events for the New England side, for New Hampshire. And it is a lot of networking, meeting influencers, brainstorming, gaming events. And then I'm also a mixer partner. So I'm streaming, networking, working with influencers all time. So I honestly am always on social media. So I think this is an important question for people that are watching this anyway, because people, when they hear that you're a streamer, they think, okay, I just get on camera and I just play video games and I just chill and it's a good time. That's not all it is, right? So you have to network on like Twitter, Instagram, then you have to like talk to people and be in streams and do these things because you want to build a community and you want people to know that you're kind of like legit, right? So I literally have to set limits for myself or else I will get so overloaded. So for instance, I work full time. I'm in school full time. I stream and I own a esports / stream team. So there's a lot. So what I do is I don't have it with me right now. I actually have like a planner. It's a physical planner. I know I'm so old school, right? But it's a physical book, and I literally set time limits for myself every day. So, for instance, if I'm not streaming, I have to work on something else. So, like, I'll either record a YouTube video now, or I will network, or I will respond to applications for the stream team, or things like that. But I set hard limits for myself. So, like, for instance, if I streamed today, I would make sure I gave myself a break throughout the day. Because if you don't give yourself like a mental break, like it will break you. You know what I mean? Like you need to take a break. So if you're watching this and you're pushing like day 700 streaming, take like a day break. Like go to freaking Olive Garden, get some breadsticks. Or unless you're on keto, then don't get breadsticks. Get like a burger without the bun and just breathe because it will burn you out if you don't. I started streaming and thinking you weren't allowed to take breaks. And you are. And sometimes like I'll just not read my emails for the night. I'll just like chill out, watch Hulu. Really obsessed with The Act right now. So I'll just chill out and watch stuff and just breathe because that is so important. I think people are afraid to take breaks because they're afraid that they're going to miss like an opportunity somewhere or something like that, which you know what, you might. I'm not going to lie, you might miss something. But you're going to have a really good headspace. So that's kind of more important for me because you got to take care of this first. Or else there's no good content that's going to be made. So make sure you take care of yourself first. Because if you don't, trust me, your content will just nosedive. It's not worth it. Just take care of yourself. Okay. Question 2. What is your dream job by Rebecca.Rain? I chose 2 of Rebecca's questions because 2 of them are really good. So the first one, what's my dream job? So my dream job is actually kind of my job right now. If you guys don't know, I've wanted to work for Microsoft since I've been like 10 years old. I remember going to Circuit City and getting my first Xbox. It was the Halo Green Edition. I still have it to this day somewhere around here. And I fell in love with Halo, and then I fell in love with Gears. And then as I grew up, I was like, wow, I really, really, really love Microsoft and Xbox. So now I have this amazing opportunity every day to work for Microsoft, making gaming events from pretty much scratch every single month. So it's awesome. I really, really do love it. And it feels like I'm just doing what my passion is every single day. I think that's kind of when you know you've made it into your dream job, is when it doesn't feel like you're actually working. It feels like you're just having fun all day. That's when you know you hate your dream job. You know what I mean? All right, her second question is, what got you into streaming? So this one is where my warning from the beginning was, where I said I'm gonna go real raw. What got me into streaming? This is kind of deep, so let's just, I'm gonna just empty it out, okay? This is gonna be a Chrissy Sparks side that you guys don't know. So last year in February. In January, I had a really big loss in my family, and it deteriorated me as a person for a little bit, and I was really sad about it. And I didn't know how to talk about it really at all. So, if you guys don't know Alex, who's like my everything, he was working Sundays, so I was by myself all day on Sundays, and I didn't really know what else to do. So I would just play Call of Duty World War II, like literally all day. And one day I was sitting on my couch, and I remember that the Xbox lets you stream straight to Mixer, like literally no setup. And I was like, So one of those Sundays I was by myself, I was like, you know what? I don't want to feel bad anymore. I want to do something for myself, but I didn't want to leave my house. It was like one of those weird things. So I literally set up my Kinect into the Xbox, and I set up my first Mixer stream, and I had so much fun. That day, I literally streamed from like 11 a.m. to like 6 p.m. I streamed like 7 hours straight. We hit 100 followers on day one, and I was blown away because I love playing video games and I love talking to people. So you combine the two, and I'm literally like, it's streaming, and I had so much fun. I met so many amazing people, and some of the people I met that day, like my evil outside, are still in my community to this day, which is just mind blowing. So I started streaming, and I started feeling a lot better about myself and all the things I was going through. And it just helped me. So I started streaming one day a week. I started streaming every Sunday, which fast forward, now we call those Super Spark Sundays because those were my longest days back in the day. And it just helped me so much. And right now it's May, and it's Mental Health Awareness, and I have the worst anxiety. And as I get older, it just gets kind of worse, and streaming helps me so much. So I literally thank streaming for getting me out of that rut that I was in last year and continually making me not into ruts. Really, I really do thank it a lot, because honestly, I was just in such a weird place last year, and it got me out of that completely. And now I am like more confident as a person. I do different things now, and it's all thanks to streaming. Literally, it's so weird. Like, even though I have to network for my job, I would never be able to speak highly of myself to like a company until I started streaming. And then all this confidence hit me, and it's unbelievable what it's done for my like mental headspace. It's unbelievable. So I am so thankful that I experimented that day on the couch playing Call of Duty World War II for like 7 hours. And I'm so thankful that you guys came out and hung out with me, because that just kicked off everything. Everything. All right, we're going to go to the third question. Samantha Dawn XX asked me, what's your favorite thing about myself? P.S. Hi, love bug. Hi, love bug. So I'm still a little critical about myself. My favorite thing about myself, I know this sounds like insane, is that I can literally like yell on webcam for like 6 hours. Like, you guys have probably heard it on a stream. I have just like literally like yelled yeet and like yelled like whatever forever on stream. I don't really have that many things that I like about myself yet, so that's probably number one. Number two, very close number two, is the fact that like I can somewhat pull off blue hair, because I really, really like this color right now. like this is probably my permanent for a little bit. It's a hard question to answer what you like about yourself, but those are the two things. The fact that I have the ability to yell on stream for hours at a time, and two, that I can somewhat pull off blue hair. That's important for the culture, for sure. So my last question is, Ugaron said, what is your main drive besides your community that keeps you going as a streamer? So this ties back into what made me want to be a streamer is when I first started streaming, and even a year later now, I want my streams to be like a safe spot for people where they can come and talk to me about their days and like just feel like they're part of a family, that they might not have that anywhere else in any other kind of like thing that they're involved in. I take my stream seriously so much as like a family that's why I talk in the Discord all the time, right? And I talk to you guys on Xbox and Instagram and Twitter, and I want you guys to know that like I literally think of you guys as like my family, and that's what keeps me going, is when I see your families react to me in a positive way. So for instance, people are always like, Chrissy, why do you always do teen rated streams? And it's literally because some of my viewers, some of my mods have kids, and like their kids look up to me, or they talk to me, or they come in my party chats and they're like, hey Chrissy, and they're just kids. And it reminds me of that saying that I'm sure all of us have seen at one point. And the saying goes like, be the hero you needed as a kid, which just resonates in my head so much. So like if I can be like a good, what's the word I'm looking for? Good influence on, like on just one person, like my stream is just 3,000% worth it at that point. Does that make sense? I hope I'm a good influence on the people that watch me and their kids and whoever else. And if I'm not, yell at me, please, because I always want to be a good influence. Okay. So we have one more question, because I just went through them and realized that I didn't screenshot them properly. I'm not very good at this technology thing. I'm just kidding. I must have just been like half asleep. But our last question is actually from one of my favorite people, Metro Birdman. And it's a pretty important question to end this off on. So he asked me, when you have those valleys in your streaming journey, what do you do to find that pick-me-up to motivate you? So by valleys, I'm going to guess he means like those like long periods of time where you get like in a slump. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but that's how I'm gonna take it. So there's a couple of things as a streamer, guys, that you have to remember. You're not always going to grow at a rapid speed, and you're not always gonna be like the best you've ever been, if that makes sense. So there's been some months that I'll gain like 6,000 followers or whatever it is, and then there's some months that I gain like 600 followers in the entire month. And that can create a really negative headspace for you. And this whole video should just be called like how to make a good headspace, because that's pretty much what all my answers have gone to. But the thing is that needs to keep motivating you is that you have to remember why you started doing it in the first place, right? So like I started streaming to help me, grieve and help me get over some of my problems I was having. I know that sounds really weird, but it gave me my own personal bubble that I felt like kind of safe in. So every time I've wanted to give up, I remember why I started, and then it gets me right back into it. So true story, guys. When I applied for Mixer Partner last year, it was a little different. You needed 1,000 followers, and you needed like 50 concurrent viewers, and I don't remember what the rest of it was, but those were the two big ones. And I got denied because I literally applied right when I hit 1,000 followers like a dummy. I wasn't ready, and I'm honestly so glad I didn't get it then, because I just was not ready for it to be a Mixer Partner. I remember I was super distraught, and then like 2 weeks later I went to PAX East last year, and it like rekindled my love pretty much for and I wanted to just honestly punch myself in the face because I was so dumb for wanting to give up. And then I got this little tattoo right here. So I couldn't give up because I literally tattooed my brand on me. But what keeps me going is I just always remember why I started doing it in the first place and what my goals are for the future and all the things in between. So like if you're a streamer right now and things aren't going your way, just don't give up unless you literally don't want to stream ever again in your entire life. Which then, yeah, you should give up, because if you're never going to do it again, then whatever. But if you do want to stream in the future and you have these plans, write them down somewhere. Like I have a big whiteboard that I wish I could show you guys. And it has my goals for all of this year. And the reason behind it is because seeing a goal every day and seeing how close I'm coming to it helps me out so much. that way I have that satisfaction of getting it and crossing it off my board and being like, I did that. I freaking did that. The second thing too is wow, I forgot. Hold on. The second thing is too, make sure you celebrate all your victories, right? So like if you're streaming and like 3 people came in your chat, celebrate that. 3 people decided to spend their life points, their lifetime, in your chat, which is so crazy cool, right? Celebrate that. Celebrate that you gained 2 followers that night, or celebrate that you've met someone new on your streaming platform. And keep that energy to not give up. Because yes, there is millions of hurdles in streaming careers, right? There's partnerships, affiliations, follower numbers, concurrent viewers, sub counts, all of it. Don't make it harder for yourself. Literally celebrate the hell out of yourself because you're so freaking bomb.com that you should be celebrating. I literally will celebrate that I gained like a follower. Like I will freak out about it because that is just so cool to me still to this day. So if you feel like you're about to give up, don't. You can always talk to me too on Twitter or Instagram or Discord or whatever. And I will motivate you because you have gotten so far. Just don't give up. That's literally it. My favorite thing to do is to think about where I'm going to be in a year from now and just focusing on that. Like I need to be there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for asking me questions. I know there's only like 6. I'm sorry I messed it up somewhere in between there. But we'll definitely do this again because I always have fun hearing what you guys want to know about me for sure. And I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to be doing some more tech reviews really soon, so keep excited for that or get excited for that. But yeah, I will see you guys on stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on stream and on YouTube, okay? Okay, bye.